book of Proverbs. I'm so excited that we made it this far. But yes, I just wanted to read this chapter with you all and share what verse stood out to me. Disclaimer: tonight my baby is sleeping in my bed, so if you hear screaming or crying or just baby talk, I apologize in advance. Okay, let's begin. Proverbs 31. The sayings of King Lemuel contain this message which his mother taught him. O my son, O son of my womb, O son of my vows, do not waste your strength on women, on those who ruin things. It is not for kings, O Lemuel, to guzzle wine. Rulers should not crave alcohol, for if they drink they may forget the law and not give justice to the oppressed. Alcohol is for the dying, and wine for those in bitter distress. Let them drink to forget their poverty, and remember their troubles no more. Speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves. Ensure justice for those being crushed. Yes, speak up for the poor and helpless, and see that they get justice. A wife of noble character. Who can find a virtuous and capable wife? She is more precious than rubies. Her husband can trust her, and she will greatly enrich his life. She brings him good, not harm, all the days of her life. She finds wool and flax and busily spins it. She is like a merchant ship, bringing her food from afar. She gets up before dawn to prepare breakfast for her household and plans the day's work for her servant girls. She goes to inspect a field and buys it. With her earnings, she plants a vineyard. She is energetic and strong, a hard worker. She makes sure her dealings are profitable. Her lamp burns late into the night. Her hands are busy spinning thread, her fingers twisting fiber. She extends a helping hand to the poor and opens her arms to the needy. She has no fear of winter for her household, for everyone has warm clothes. She makes her own bedspreads. She dresses in fine linen and purple gowns. Her husband is well known at the city gates, where he sits with the other civic leaders. She makes belted linen garments and sashes to sell to the merchants. She is clothed with strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. When she speaks, her words are wise, and she gives instruction with kindness. She carefully watches everything in her household and suffers nothing from laziness. Her children stand and bless her. Her husband praises her. There are many virtuous and capable women in the world, but you surpass them all. Charm is deceptive, and beauty does not last. But a woman who fears the Lord will be greatly praised. Reward her for all she has done. Let her deeds publicly declare her praise. And that is Proverbs 31, y'all. So some verses that stood out to me in this chapter. Verse 3. When King Lemuel's mother said, "Do not waste your strength on women, on those who ruin kings." I think that's important because you have some women, like I said before in previous chapters, who will uplift you and build you, and some women who will tear you down and take everything from you. Those are the ones, of course, who ruin kings. You gotta be mindful, be careful. Like she said, do not waste your strength on on those who ruin kings. Verse 4 through 7. It is not for kings, O Lemuel, to guzzle wine. Rulers should not crave alcohol, for if they drink, they may forget the law and not give justice to the oppressed. Alcohol is for the dying, and wine for those in bitter distress. Let them drink to forget their poverty and remember their troubles no more. I think that's very powerful because people use alcohol or wine to temporarily forget what they got going on in life. But here it tells you not to crave it. It tells you it tells you what it does. It's for the dying, and it's for people in bitter distress. And you forget the laws, you forget justice, you forget everything when you're under the influence. Yes. Verse 10 through 12. Who can find a virtuous and capable wife? She is more precious than rubies. Her husband can trust her, and she will greatly enrich his life. She brings him good and not harm all the days of her life. That's powerful and very important. Verse 15. She gets up before dawn to prepare breakfast for her household and plan the day's work for her servant girls. She's a provider in the terms of like within the home, and she helps to create stability in the home and structure. In order to do that, she got to get up before dawn to prepare the. And I think it's also important because I'm realizing too as a mom, being up, like I know this is early. I'm up at like 1 something in the morning, but this is the time I get to myself to spend time with the Lord and also clean my house, prepare my house. And it just gives me that me time I need, while also being able to take care of the house because during the day it's hectic, chaotic even. So get up before dawn. Here, verse 17 to 18. She is energetic and strong, a hard worker. She makes sure her dealings are profitable. Her lamp burns late into the night. This reminds me of a mother's work is never done. It's especially if when you are at home taking care of the home, but these days a lot of moms are also working and doing that at the same time. They have to go to work, and then they also come home to take care of the house, the family. So it just says, her lamp burns late into the night. Like you're up late. Like it's a lot. It's really is hard work. It's a lot of work. 19 to 21. Her hands are busy spinning thread. Her fingers twisting fiber. She extends a helping hand to the poor and opens her arms to the needy. She has no fear of winter for her household, for everyone has warm clothes. So here it says, well, for verse 19, that's also showing how much of a hard worker she is. But for 20 to 21, I said faith without works is dead. So yes, you can have all the faith, but you have to work hard to ensure that things, are like pretty much ensure that you're not being lazy. So she has no fear of winter for her household because everyone has warm clothes. They have warm clothes because she's busy spinning and making the thread for her family. She's making the clothes for her family. So faith without works is dead. You still gotta put in the work and trust in God that He will help you to do what needs to be done. But you gotta put in the effort and the work too. Verse 25. She is clothed with strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. And then also 26. When she speaks, her words are wise, and she gives instructions with kindness. I think this verse is also super important because it's showing like she's not saying whatever comes to her mind. She's speaking with wisdom. And I also think it's important to note that she gives instructions with kindness. She's not being judgmental or rude or mean or just straight up like how we talked about before, the quarrelsome woman, the quarrelsome wife that's also always arguing. She's not doing that. She's speaking with kindness and using wise words. Your delivery and thinking before you speak is so important in your relationship, and it sets the tone for the day and with your family as well. Your family shouldn't have to feel like they gotta tiptoe around you because you might explode or go off. That's not right. 27. She carefully watches everything in her household and suffers nothing from laziness. So with that, I said she takes care of her home. Home is her priority. God, her home is her priority, and then everything else comes last. Like comes after that. And then verse 30. Charm is deceptive, and beauty does not last, but a woman who fears the Lord will be greatly praised. Beauty, yes, beauty is beauty, like, but we grow old, we get wrinkly. It's fading, it doesn't last forever, but a woman who is kind and loving and fears the Lord, that surpasses everything, okay? Looks aren't everything. They're not everything. Beauty does not last. Charm is deceptive. So, but a woman who fears the Lord will be greatly praised. But yes, y'all, that is Proverbs 31. Thank y'all so much for being with me in the month of January, exploring and reading each proverb. I pray it blessed you. It helped you to grow closer with God and with His wisdom. And I pray you continue to be in His Word throughout this year and forevermore. And please, as always, share what verses stood out to you in this chapter. God bless. Love y'all. Bye.